name Shunya, it means infinite opportunities for me. So we wanted very simple house. Maintenance is one of the reasons we don't want to get too much hassled by the maintenance. It should be so simple that we ourselves can manage those day-to-day activities. Hi, my name is Deepak.
My name is Chanchal.
And we are the co-owners of house Shunya.
Shunya.
Shoonya House. This house is based out of Deesa. Deesa is in the northern part of Gujarat, very close to Rajasthan border, Pakistan border, and very, very close to Kutch also. So we have a desert very close by. So
Dry weather.
So this place is very hot, dry.
This Shoonya House is built on 2,200 square feet plot, and the built-up area is 2880 square feet. From our side, it was very clear that we wanted to make sure that we have natural light and cross ventilation in all spaces. Hi, welcome to Shoonya House. It's called Shunya because it's minimal. We've tried to make this as minimal as possible in terms of material usage, in terms of technology. Come, let's go inside. So this is the void, that is the living area, and this connects to this northwest courtyard, and that's the fourth quarter of the composition, and this opens to the fields overlooking Banas river. This is a potato farm from October to March. It's quite beautiful. The farm works like a natural air cooler. They start these sprinklers, it becomes even cooler. So adjacent to this are two bedrooms. One of the bedroom opens to the farms, and the other one opens to the entrance court.
If we look at the plot, we've kind of got two blocks sitting offsetted from each other, and what that allows us to do is at the back to have a sort of courtyard space which brings light in, but at the front it gives us the space which is used for like parking and entry space, but then we've shaded that, and so then what that does is it actually means that all the interior walls around this sort of space that we're sitting in, they don't get sun on them. And so the major heat gain that you get on a wall is from solar radiation, right? It's not from the air temperature. And so by shading the wall, you already cut down a lot of the heat gain that's going to happen in the house. Typically, this is a hot, dry place. We're pretty close to the desert here. And so they'll keep the rooms open, keep the house open until about 10, 11 in the morning. Then you lock everything down, hold on to the cool air inside, kind of weather the heat of the day until 4 or 5 o'clock, and then open it up. And so when they open it up, it's important to be able to draw the air across. And those costs, like that doesn't change the cost of a building, right? That's the same amount of material, the same stuff that you would do in a typical house.
The stair is the most fun part.
Oh wait, but also, see, the stair is just sitting there, like it's literally not fixed, and it doesn't need to be because, you know, a couple of smart grooves and you put it in and it stays in place. So I think that is something that's really fun.
So let's go up. Let's go to the first floor. So first floor has one bedroom and one multi-purpose room. Let's not forget the all-important window that brings in very amazing view and light and ventilation for the stair. This is the multi-purpose room, and all of that opens to this farm. We are standing on this surface of China mosaic, This is highly reflective, as you can see. This is a traditional technique that is used pretty much on most of the structures here as waterproofing layer, but it's thick enough that it blocks the heat transmitting inside the house before the sun goes down. The brick jali is placed to the outer facade. We've created this transition space where you can grow plants, and that's the area that creates as buffer in blocking the sunlight as well as controlling the temperature.
We had to set back that edge, but we created a perforated jali, and that jali again does the same thing. It protects the wall from getting sun on it. It creates a gap between that allows any of the heated air to rise up, so then that becomes this sort of buffer which protects the inside. At a civil level, this makes the building perform just by shading the surfaces and thinking sort of how they flow.
All surfaces have lime plasters. The floor is traditional terrazzo tiles. We've also used local wood. They call it BO here. We've used aluminum windows with double glaze unit to keep the heat out.
And I think one of the other things about the lime plaster that's important is that the lime plaster actually absorbs moisture. And so when it can absorb, hold, and regulate moisture, it can release it as well. And so it works a lot better than cement plaster at cooling the environment, particularly in a dry climate. But it actually is a sort of system of evaporative cooling. In general, you can drop the interior temperature just with the plaster by a few degrees.
There are fair bit of conventional materials used, but there are also not so commonly used techniques that we have used here that makes this a sensible proposition.
The moment when my father or my mother, they started taking interest, and that has given me a lot of fulfilling thing for me actually. House to home, it is done by the family, and for me, for my parents in fact, they have accepted it and probably that is the moment for us.
I think we're at this point where we need to understand the functioning of buildings relative to heat, water, air as rigorously and as sort of fundamentally as we think of their structure. Buildings should all have a minimal performance and heat. We should be required as architects, and we are required as architects, to be able to design things smartly, to minimize energy usage and to improve the environment that we're in.
I agree.